The Callow Yard developer Roy Tillyard now wants to convert these retail units here on Arbury Street into residential. Castletown commissioners want to have a public meeting to seek the views of local people.
Death of the town, quite frankly. It's just because a man's business model fails, he needs to adapt his business model. And I think you'll find most of the town are very, very anti it. And if there is a public meeting, we show the strength of feeling, quite frankly. It's been a very emotive subject for year after year in this town, and the people do not want that man and his development in Castletown.
I was never really for it anyway. I don't think it's done the town any good whatsoever. So
Why is that?
no. Well, I mean, it seems to have sort of, rather than improving the town like it was supposed to, it seems to have sort of knocked the heart out of it. There was a really quite interesting plot of land behind all these houses, and now it's sort of down to nothing. You know, it's just become an empty shell, really.
We needed something else there, and now he's going to put residential. We don't think that's very good at all.
Why not?
Well, it's for shops. What we're going to do in Castletown, we have got half the shops we used to have.
He's not taken the not the views, but the position of the local shopkeepers into account, and it's almost as though they've set up their own little monopoly, shoppy, restauranty, what have you, which isn't benefiting anybody, and nobody can come along and rent spaces in there, from what I gather. It's a reasonable rent. It's like somebody's own toy. It's not done anything for Castletown. It did briefly, I think, but it's not done anything. How can you live down here? Where are you going to park? Where are you going to take your shopping? Where are you going to take your children? Where are you going to take the old people? How are you going to park there? You need to park near where you live. You can't park. Where are you going to park?
I think if there is a public meeting, I don't know whether they're going to hold it, because I think you'll get most of the town. We had a public meeting a number of years ago, and it was standing room only in the commissioners, and there were threats made, etc. But it's very, very. I've never seen a town so galvanised against a development or the developer. And it's a shame, because that, I think it could have been the saving of Castletown, but there are plenty of shops that are surviving in this tough economic times. You need to give people what they want and tailor your market for it. I think Richard Ronan has said, if you pay decent rates or charge decent rent, you might get more tenants in your property. But anyone can set a business up to fail. I could do it tomorrow. It's having the skill and the ability to do it otherwise.
Well, those are just a few of the views of local people here in Castletown. This is clearly a very emotive issue.